Hey everybody, welcome to the video and welcome to Goodwill. We're starting off here right at the glass case. I'm taking a look at stuff here. Got a lot of purses, wallets. Yeah, we're gonna purchase some of these toys here in the glass as well too. They have some good inventory that will do well. Especially going in towards the end of the year.
Yeah, I know.
You've seen these toys in here before. These Masters of the Universe. I think the Ghost Rider might be newer. I think I saw that there last week.
Good.
So, right off the bat, they've had this inventory sitting in there for a while. Okay. Now,
you gotta take a break.
If you guys are going to these and sourcing at these stores often, you will start to get to know the people there. They will clearance this stuff out of the glass. They will start to move it. Now we go here quite often. I mean, every Saturday we're here. Me and my wife. We come here on Saturday, then we have breakfast later. Kind of just looking for some good stuff to add to our store. Of course, we're looking for those big bolos, items that sell fast. And so a lot of this stuff has been sitting here for a while, which nobody's buying it here at the Goodwill. Now, they said, hey, we're going to start clearing this stuff out. We want to move it. We got to make room for other stuff because it's getting close to the end of the year. They're going to want to put stuff out too. They're going to want to bring out other stuff that's going to sell quicker, just like us at on our eBay stores or wherever you sell at. We want to move stuff fast as well too. And they want to do the same. They want to move stuff. They want to start to make money on stuff. And if stuff is sitting around, they just we got to get rid of it. We got to clear the space. We can bring other stuff in that people actually are going to purchase. So, if you ask at the Goodwill, if something you think is priced a little bit high, do not be afraid just to ask. Be like, hey, do you think you can do a little bit better on this? I'm definitely willing to buy it, but at this price point, I really, I really like it for this. What's the worst thing that they can say? No. We've been here, and I've made in the past, I've made some, I have asked, and be like, hey, they all know I resell. Everybody here at this Goodwill knows it. All the local Goodwills, they know I resell. At the flea markets, they know I resell stuff.
Oh, really?
So there's no secret there as far as what I'm going to do with this product. It's just that I have probably more of a reach to customers than just the store, people coming in. So they recognize that
these ones just don't go.
I'm buying all the time, and I'll buy a lot. Like if there's an opportunity for me to buy 2, 3, 4 cartloads of stuff, based on my budget, of course. I'm not gonna buy myself out of business or anything like that. I will pack. I will buy a lot, and everybody sees me here. They see me here. They see me at the flea market. They know I'm a buyer. That doesn't mean, though. That does not mean that you're going to take advantage of the situation. I'm not going to, be like, hey, this sells for, $100. Like, can you give it to me for $5? No, that's not the way. That's not the way that you would go about this type of process where they're gonna clearance this stuff out and they're gonna try to get rid of it. It might just end up at the bins anyway. So I'm here. I can offer a great price because I know I can get a great price online.
Exactly.
And, just kind of what do you call it, like a symbiotic relationship. We are. I'm gonna buy stuff at a price that I know I can make a profit, and I know that they're comfortable with, letting go of stuff. So everybody makes some money on everything. I want to pay this. See this cell phone right here? I am gonna pay full price for that cell phone. Whatever they're asking, I'm buying that. Because that's going into my collection of vintage electronics.
Usually these batteries are
really cool. Just a old school Nokia digital, right around when digital phones are coming out.
Yeah, we have one.
Yeah, I'm a buyer at that. That's not getting resold.
I mean,
so if it's not getting resold, I really am not going to ask for any type of deal of any kind. I'm gonna buy it. Just because I'm gonna buy it. For myself. If it's a great deal,
so
like
cool.
the other day, or the other video where I picked up the Nintendo DS's,
Dude, I have to buy
I
this.
knew that was a great deal at
And the
$16,
charger,
and they already had it priced at $16. I'm not going to negotiate, with that. If I see items, just like in my eBay store, if I see items that are just sitting there, just week after week, and for month after month, maybe, I'm gonna move it. I'm going to price it down. I'm going to try to get it out. Well, it has to be at least a year. And I'll really, aggressively try to move it. But,
the one that's on Amazon.
But here, this is a storefront. They got to get stuff out of the back to the front to put in front of people's eyes to get them to purchase stuff. My stuff is all pictured online. Totally different way of selling, but at the end of the day, we only make money when things sell. And if things aren't selling at the price that they want it to sell, they will knock it down.
These are pretty good. Like these right here. These are pretty good. Like, so if you want to
and you can see, I took all those Masters of the Universe, the Man at Arms. The other one just didn't really sell that well. It just didn't have a good sell-through rate. It didn't have like a great sell-through price. So a great price to see, a great profit for it. It's kind of a bit of an unusual size.
Near your router. And then you plug your router into it.
The shipping on that's going to be, it might take something bigger, like more of a bigger box, or maybe a bigger, stain, within the States. It'll just go like in a bubble mailer with some extra padding. I have a shipping video where I'll show you like how I package a lot of stuff. It'll be linked in the description, so if you have any, problems with shipping, I put out a video there daily, 10 items, and yeah, if you guys are interested in how I ship any of this stuff too, because a lot of figures I do, even new in the package, I will ship them in bulk mailers, and they arrive in great condition. I found they arrive in better condition if I do that than if I put them in the box. So
quite a few actually. Can you do $8.99 on these ones?
Just
all right.
Really, what I'm trying to say is just make relationships with the people that think of them as
boom
as colleagues, as
You know what? I'll go grab another cart.
we're there all the time. If you have a regular job, I still work at a hospital, and have other colleagues, so
exactly.
You treat them. I know, so there's some bad colleagues out there. I'll tell you that right now, but treat them as if they're colleagues, friends.
I'll grab another cart. Fill it up again.
Because you're gonna see them all the time. You guys are gonna be seeing each other a lot. So, but that's gonna be the deal at the Glass. We're getting a bunch of toys, and it's gonna be great inventory to put in my store. Is it gonna make me rich? No. Is it gonna, help get my, am I gonna make like $15, $20 an item? Yeah. I'm gonna make a good profit on each thing. And, it's going to be Christmas time. And it's great to have new products in your store during Christmas time, because lots of people tend to buy new stuff during Christmas. Make sure that as we get closer to Christmas, you get your stuff listed. Make sure that you have it priced appropriately, competitively. Those types of products are probably still on the shelves over at Target. So that's my competition as well, too. So I'm going to have to price accordingly. Okay. We're getting to the floor, the main floor. Other folks are out here. They're digging through bins. There's lots of bins. Look at all this stuff. I mean, look at the shoes. The shoe bonanza here. Look at this. Man, there were some great shoes out there. Oh man, I think I saw some On Clouds in this cart. I mean, On Clouds are great shoes.
Holy cow!
You should be picking up On Clouds if you see On Clouds out there. If it's the right price, make sure you're picking up On Clouds. Those are still pretty good. Hokas are getting a little saturated. The market is getting a little saturated in Hokas. They still command a bit of a premium, but I can start to see those prices dropping on Hokas.
Hey, what are these? Are these all shoes? Hey, what are these?
But it's still a great. I mean, it's still a great shoe. So, sorry about the about the picture there, right in the camera, everybody. I was kind of just holding it out of the way so I can see what else is down there. But you know, I still haven't gone through all the shelves, so I'm still kind of like, I don't want to. You know, I don't want to waste a bunch of time here when, you know, I still have yet to look at the shelves.
Yeah, where you been, man?
But sometimes you just can't resist. Oh, man. You see a cart and you go for it. So we're definitely going to pay up quite a bit here at this this run. We are, you know, picking up a little bit more than usual than you would see on these videos. And you know, you got to buy when the opportunity's there. You got to buy. You got to be a buyer. Probably like a pewter Stein beer mug. Not fairly valuable. Those aren't really that great. The Stein market is. I mean, they sell, yeah, but you have to get them like dirt cheap, like $4 would be where I would be at. This little guy, this is an interesting little find. This guy actually already sold. So you probably won't see it in the recap unless I remember to drop it in there. But yeah, unfortunately, he wasn't working. I tested out the batteries. There was the problem with those is that was a Gemmy product, and I sold a similar style. It wasn't the skeleton; it was more like a ghoul, and I sold that one for $40 quickly. This one here, similar styles. It's a dancing one, small, and it's kind of difficult because you can't really check the battery compartment on that because it does have a screw. So there was corrosion on the inside. Was that the reason why it was broken? Probably. But it just didn't work. So I moved it really quickly for $15. It sold within a few hours after me listing it. Here are these pop characters. Those are like miniature pops.
I like it.
Super Mario lights.
He's like, I think he's doing the
light bulb.
Doing a move. That's
light bulb. It's not a light bulb. That's a LED, just a little desk lamp thing. These little pops, these bitty pops, they do well individually. You can open them up, open up the package, and sell them out individually. You'll get more inventory that way. And the ones that we had there were probably, you know, I did lot up a few of them that we got because it made sense to put them together to get a bigger profit. But there were a couple of them that have already sold. There was a Silver Stormtrooper that sold $20 already, and then the Star Wars Hammerhead character. I think the species name is the Thorian. That one sold already for $10. So, well on our way to good profit. Bow, I saw the bows. It was empty. As soon as I picked it up, it was.
She's already in the shelves.
It weighed nothing.
Office.
Oh, little Jack Skellington guy.
That is
bobblehead.
Cool.
Pretty cool. He did have a couple of broken fingers on him.
That's so cool.
But you know, we're a buyer. It's gonna match up pretty well. This is not a something we're gonna resell. This is not a. I would not recommend buying. I think it was. They had it priced at $21 on that. Wow. 2 broken fingers, $21. It's not a. It's not a something you would resell. I wouldn't resell it. It's going into. It's a keeper going into our decor, home decor. So,
that's the thing.
it was priced on the high end, like $21. When it comes down to it, you know, $21 isn't really, in my opinion, you know,
That nostalgia didn't last that long.
You know, you go to Starbucks, you can easily spend $20. So it's not like $20 is a lot of money. But when I'm purchasing products that I'm gonna put out to resell, spending $20 on something, that is hard. That is hard. I'm like, man, that's a huge investment. $20 on one item.
I'm gonna move through the progression.
When I'm purchasing products, I want to get it as cheap as I can. So yeah, that's not for resale. That's going into our own home decor.
I'm gonna go check out the electronics.
And I'll try to be, you know, as we're picking up stuff here, I'm going to try to make sure that I'm telling you guys what's going to be resold and what's not going to be resold. I don't think I mention it that often, but you know, there are certain items we buy for ourselves, and you know, so I don't want you guys to see what I'm buying. You know, and maybe go out and buy like that, like the Jack Skellington, or maybe try to go out and buy it for $21, which it's not. There's no profit to be made at $21.
It didn't even work that well.
And in the recap, I'll definitely show you guys what we're actually reselling and what we're, you know, I won't necessarily show you what we're keeping. I'll show you definitely what we're reselling, and I'll show you if my wife picks up anything too, because she does not have a camera on. Okay, we're getting to the electronics section, which is where a lot of where I like to be. It is my specialty computer, the electronics, computer components. You know, I love keyboards. I just switched out my whole keyboard layout again here at home. That's not a good key. I think that was missing some keys, which you could probably get replacements for it. I've kind of had bad luck ordering keycap replacements on eBay. They come broken, and you know, shipping them out is kind of doesn't really make sense, because I mean, you could ship them out and like, you can buy a keyboard if it's missing keys and probably sell off the other keys and make some pretty good profit on it. The problem is you know, the cost of shipping. A keycap is nothing. It can go in a standard, you know, envelope. You can ship it out that way. So you know, when I think the lowest cost ground advantage, like $3.80. So you're talking like $3.80, and maybe depending on what kind of keycap it is, you know, keycaps like, you know, probably like $2 to $3. So now you're talking like $5-6 to ship out a single keycap. It's kind of a bit much in my opinion. But when I've ordered keycaps, they have come in, you know, just standard envelope mail, and I've gotten ones that are broken. So I've never attempted to sell keycaps myself, but it could be a valuable endeavor, just selling off the different keycaps. A tedious one, though, I'll tell you that. It will be a tedious adventure. Not one I really want to dabble in. And we're proceeding through the lamps. And I don't really pick up too much lamps, I mean, unless it's, well, I don't pick up lamps, but yet I have a Super Mario lamp in there. That's Super Mario. It's totally different. It's 100% different. I contradicted myself within 2 sentences. Okay. Let's move on. Then at golf clubs. Not seeing anything exciting with golf clubs here. I haven't really picked up any golf clubs as of late. There really hasn't been anything good. None of them. I haven't really found any of the main brands I look out for, such as Titleist, Nike. I definitely haven't seen any Scotty Camerons, which would be incredibly good. Kings, haven't found any. So definitely gonna scope out the rest of the sporting good equipment here. Let me know if you guys had any luck selling tennis rackets. I haven't really sold tennis rackets. I have some tennis racket bags that look like they do well, but they haven't sold, so I don't know. I even have a Veer Bradley tennis racket holder. I don't know. It looks like it sells well, but mine's still sitting there. Here we are on the bags, carrying bags, utility bags, you know, travel bags. Interesting, but I will generally look at something if it's interesting. Like I said, it's got to draw me in. I'm looking for something to draw me into. A lot of like hard water staining on the inside. I didn't feel like cleaning that. But those recycled glass Starbucks ones, if you get them for like $2, maybe $3, they're not bad. Cart rolling away on me. I don't know why, but sometimes these Goodwill carts, they tend to roll away from you. They tend to have their own desires and wants in life, and they'll start to roll away. A little stuffed rat appears to be vintage. It has a tag. I'm gonna see if my wife wants it or add it to our decor, Halloween decor. Nothing else really good. Plush haven't been that great, so Build-A-Bear isn't that great to resell. You really got to get it cheap, and
Harry Potter Build-A-Bear.
It's not really, you know, too cheap here for Build-A-Bear. They do tend to price up Build-A-Bear a little bit, and Build-A-Bear just doesn't. You know, it some of them do well. There's just too many. The market's too flooded with Build-A-Bear stuff. You know, everybody thinks Build-A-Bear, you know, is gonna make them rich, but it's not. The market's just flooded with Build-A-Bear. Yes, it's pretty pricey when you go buy it in the store, but for resale, there's too many of them. Yeah, we're checking out the end caps. And, you know, when I'm at this store, I do like to do a little bit more investigative work on the shelves because they get great stuff here. This is a really good Goodwill. And, you know, they price good on most of their stuff. You know, obviously they're trying to make money, you know, for their cause as well, too. So, you know, you can't fault them for, you know, pricing a Build-A-Bear to a point where you can't make a profit. I mean, they're trying to, you know, make money as well too. So I just have to find other stuff that is profitable for me to sell online. But, you know, like I said, this is a really good Goodwill and a lot of great stuff coming through these doors. So I really, really like to, you know, dig deep or really just make sure I go over everything with a, you know, fine-tooth comb as best I could. I do miss stuff though. I mean, I do miss stuff. I'm rewatching these videos and, you know, I'm like, doggone, I should have looked at that, or, you know, I know that's profit. I know I saw that before. Why didn't I see it when I was there? But, you know, you miss stuff. It happens. And, you know, you'll start to learn as you go to these different stores. You'll be like, all right, this store is known for, you know, having this type of product, or this store, you know, they don't really do that much, and I know I can rush through here pretty quickly. I know I probably won't find anything. And you'll start to learn. They'll start to see the patterns in the products they get, how they stock their shelves, what sections will be more profitable than others. We're in the miscellaneous pottery and glass that doesn't really have a home on the end cap. And out for Pyrex series. I'm trying to find Pyrex. More of these bitty pop characters, pretty good. Halloween mask. One of those already sold. We got 2 of those Plant vs. Zombie masks, and one of them already sold for $35. So
I'll look it up.
that was a pretty good find. It was a little bit more. It was I'll definitely go on the recap over it, but I think it was $11 for it.
Part of the costume, yeah.
So
I mean, someone might need it to put together their costume.
Definitely priced towards the higher end. But not bad. You know, we made good profit on it. We sold it for $30. That's pretty good profit.
Nativity? Oh man.
Once everything clears, we're good.
Look at the face on this guy. Joseph?
Nativity scenes. I don't have good luck with nativity scenes. I don't know if it's me or nativity scenes I'm buying just aren't good. But I see a lot of people online. They say buy nativity. But personally, I'm not buying nativity scenes. It's a lot of little individual pieces. You have to make sure that nothing's cracked. They tend to be sold individually, and you know, I have a nativity set sitting here since January, I think. And if it doesn't sell this Christmas, it's getting donated. Where cutthroat. Now, nothing's gonna be sitting here. I don't want anything sitting here for. I really don't want everything sitting for over a year. Some things I will make an exception for, but other things I think that should have moved within a year, and if they don't, then they're out. Now we're in the holiday. We're going to be switching pretty soon to Christmas. Christmas is right around the corner. All this Halloween stuff here, man. The great Halloween stuff. If you need to decorate, come here. Don't waste your money or overspending on other stuff. Come to Goodwill. They have great stuff for decorating for the holidays. Here's the green, the green end cap, and nothing really there for me to resell. Here's the pink and purple end cap. Let me know if you guys see anything here. Is there anything you guys would be picking up? Is there any value that I'm missing? I mean, I definitely don't think I'm missing anything, but I don't know everything. There are other people that know, you know, more than me, or they might be more specialized in certain areas than I am. So, if you guys see anything out there, please drop a comment down below. Let me know, so that way I can learn, and anybody else that, you know, is watching the video sees the comments can learn as well too. Oh yeah, my wife dropped off those Jack Skellington things. A lot of Jack Skellington stuff today. The little bow tie thing that he wears, it's for a costume, and then a little Jack Skellington plush there. Pretty cool. Clear glass stemware. You know, I still have yet to really develop my pattern or bearings here since they've moved everything around at this store. I'm still a little bit like I have my pattern down. I have my path down, but they move things around, and I always get confused as to where the mugs are at. So I definitely want to stop and look at the mugs. There's mugs scattered throughout the area, but there's an official mug section, and I always forget where it's at. I'm still not sure every time I walk in here. Here's the metalware. You guys know metalware isn't my thing. Although I was just at the Goodwill yesterday, and I did find a pretty cool metal Viking ship that will be coming up here in the video. And you can't discount the metal. at the end of the video, we're going to talk a little bit about, I'm definitely going to go over everything that we went through, and I'm going to kind of go over shipping a little bit, show you guys the boxes I use. Again, my shipping channel will be linked down below. It's just shipping. There's no talking, ASMR style. If you guys, just put it on, you can speed up the video if you want, just to see, to mow through the shipping process. But I want to put this out there because I don't see, I'll see people like, all right, this is how I ship, I don't know, a pair of headphones or something, and a pair of headphones, it's like, am I right? That's, I've been doing this a while, so in my opinion, as a seasoned reseller, I mean, that's easy. That's a piece of cake. I want to see I think people want to see the everyday items that are going out. How do you package mugs? How do you package, a t-shirt? That's easy, but how do you package a t-shirt? What do you buy to package a t-shirt in? There might be better, more cost-effective ways that I may know that other people don't know. I think I'm dropping a video today, and I just shipped out a vintage Coleman lantern. So I had to break the whole thing down, piece it out, put it in an appropriate box, so
Federal milk glass.
That way it gets there safely. Shipping things safely. And I always err on the side of caution. As far as when I'm shipping stuff, I don't use a lot of just basic poly mailers. I know a lot of people do. I like to use the bubble mailers, and they're a little bit more expensive than poly mailers, but I'm taking that in consideration when I'm buying items, so that way I can price them and knowing what I'm going to potentially be shipping it out in, or what it's going to take to ship it out in. If you want to see how I do action figures, I send a lot of action figures. A lot of people put action figures in boxes. I don't put a lot of action figures in boxes. I put them in bubble mailers, and you can see what kind of bubble mailers I use. How do I wrap them up so they get there safely? Because I've had boxes with action figures get completely destroyed. So, just completely just squashed. And what I like to do is basically form a little pillow around it, so that way there's quite a bit of cushion in case anything does land on it. And I've been very successful shipping them out that way. So if you guys want to see my shipping, check out the description. The link will be in the description, as well as my Instagram. That'll probably be the best way if you have any questions or anything. You could definitely drop it in the comments. There's not that many comments on my videos right now, guys. So if you guys have any questions, I will definitely be able to see them and answer as quickly as I can. And as things get busier, if things get busier, I hope things get busier around here on YouTube land. Check out my Instagram. I'll drop just highlights of what I'm buying, what I'm shipping, what things have sold for. I'll drop the shorts, YouTube shorts. You'll see a lot of highlights as well too there of what I'm buying, what I'm shipping out, what things have sold for. And I fired up a TikTok account, so I will get that linked. I'm going to get that linked in my description. So if you guys are interested in TikTok, you guys like TikTok, my TikTok will be out there. Alright, we're in the wood, and you guys know I don't like the wood section. It's not very profitable in the wood section. Not worth my time to come through here. I would much rather be searching through a bin or something like that. This was kind of cheap glass. It's a frosted glass elephant, but it was pretty cheaply made. Not very good high quality. Not really seeing it here. The other reason why you got to come through these, these aisles that really I don't really like is sometimes people will drop items here. They will decide they don't want it after all. They'll drop it in a random aisle wherever they're at. So sometimes you might be walking by and get a little lucky. Snag an item that somebody didn't want, or maybe they thought wasn't going to be a problem. Maybe they're a reseller, didn't think it was going to be profitable, but you might have a little bit more advanced knowledge and might be able to find profit in an item that someone can't. End cap. Kind of like a gray colored end cap. There's some miscellaneous things on here too. Some white, some grays. Also with this one too, you know, it got some like bluish green and mixed with some yellow and the colors aren't consistent. Have I walked by the mugs yet? I don't think I've walked by the mugs yet. Appears to be like some sort of depression glass, but that was really modern based on the feel of the glass. That was not, you know, from the depression era. Maybe made to look like it. Random dragon bowl, like a rice bowl, or maybe like a ramen bowl. Not really that well done. That dragon looked phony. Like some maybe some plasma cut gnomes there or something. Some sort of oh, this is like a maybe. Oh, these are like wall. That's what those are. Kind of like a coat hanger, like you would mount a little knob on the wall. However, that was a decorative like shell, painted shell. I don't think it was a real shell. I think it was probably just something like you know, made out of ceramic or something. Just a painted gold shell. It had the anchor on the other side, so you would put that in a wall, and you wouldn't need to. I don't think you. With that, you would even be able to put that in a stud. It would have to be just, you would have to put that through the drywall, but there wouldn't. I don't think you would need a. You couldn't put that there if there was a stud there, because I think it had a screw built into that. It didn't have a point on the screw, wood screw. That screw goes through that little anchor you saw on the back, so it would anchor it against the drywall on the back of it, so it can have some strength to hold a very heavy jacket, or anything for that matter. I mean, it could hold anything. I think it's meant to hold jackets though, and be a decorative piece when your jacket wasn't there. A Weber wheel. I thought maybe this was for. I thought I perhaps could have used this, but now I'm thinking, yeah, that would probably throw my grill off. You know, make it uneven. So I'm gonna put that back. That wasn't a reseller. That was just me looking to see if I can add something to my home grill to make it move around a little easier. But I was thinking through it, and I'm like, wait a second. If I put that on there, it's gonna have my grill at a slant, and I don't want to grill on a slant. Tell you what, guys, this is gonna be a long video today. There's a lot, a lot of stuff we're going through here. A lot of it was, getting all those toys towards the beginning, and now I'm starting to go through this miscellaneous section a little bit more with a little bit more detail. Really pay attention to what's on the shelf, just that way. Again, look for something that's gonna draw me in. Although I don't really find too much here. These like hats are in the way. Kind of the wrong season for those style of hats, but as you can see there, they all came from Target. Might be something like good to buy and hold. I mean, they're all the same, so it'd be like one listing. Depending on what the price was. I really didn't look at it. I wasn't really interested in it. But it could be something that can go in the spring. Probably get a good price on it now. Hold on to them, or you can even list them depending upon if people if you have international shipping and someone in an area of the world where it's currently sunny, might want to purchase that. But it is a Target brand. It's off season. You don't want to spend too much on something like that. Right. We are wrapping this trip up here. It kind of went down everything already. Pulling stuff out of those bins to get them out to the floor. I do kind of like to do a little once over at the bins again, just as as people have been picking at it, so everybody can see what's closer towards the bottom. That's a pretty good witch to find, pretty good brand. I'll definitely go a little bit more into the recap on it. That little letter thing wasn't part of it. Just like a little advertisement note regarding the brand or who makes that.
No, I have it. Do you have it? What is it called? Okay.
What is that called again?
My wife was asking me about the
Plants vs. Zombies.
Plants vs. Zombie mask. But here's the bins here. Again, now that it's been kind of, picked over a little bit. Otherwise, we're going to go into the recap and topic for the day.
I'll look at it right now. Hold on, give me 1 second.
Okay, everybody, welcome to the recap here. Doing a little something different. I'm going to stand up for this. I'm hoping I don't get out of the frame here. So, I've been sitting all day. I've had to work my job at my hospital job today. Actually, last 2 days in a row. They've been a little short staffed, so I'm helping out. These last 2 days, I did a half day on Monday, and I told them I'd do a half day on Friday. Oh man, it's gonna be killer. I'm working like 4 days a week. 4 days this week. Well, 2.5 days, 2 half days, and 2 full days. So, but they need the help, and I can jump in and help. I already kind of took into consideration because they asked me last week due to vacations, so I was already prepping for that. So I did a lot of sourcing last week, and so this week I'm not really doing too much sourcing. I still have videos coming out though, because I did a lot of sourcing last week. So, but I do have some stuff here that I want to go over. Some great items here to pick up. Some Halloween. Actually, I already sold the Halloween item that you will see in the video. The little dancing skeleton guy. I already sold that, so that's already gone. Unfortunately, it was broken. There was some corrosion in the battery compartment. I don't know if it was due to that or if it was just internally broken. But that's gone out the door. $15. Just made a quick sale on it. If it was fully working and everything, it probably would have been a around $40 to $50 item. But hey, someone got a great deal. It was broken. It'll probably just be used as decor. So the items I picked up are some great items to list. A lot of new in the stuff box here. One that's kind of interesting. So I got all these Masters. Yes, it's falling all the way to the back. I have to get that later. I got these Masters of the Universe. Now this is interesting because the box looks completely sealed, but if you take a look, he's actually missing a head. As you can tell, see this one right there. There's a second head in there, and this one here is missing it for sure. The box is a little crushed on the top, but it looks like the tape is all still in place. And I checked the tape against the other one, and this one has all the tape. So I don't know what happened to the head in that one. And the thing got messed up there. So I don't know if the head is floating around in there or what. I might open it and figure out what's going on and just sell it loose or open box. So we'll see about that. But it's pretty cool. They're all brand new. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 of these guys, 5 of these guys. So that's pretty good. Stand that up. And then the one of them that fell in the back, I got 3 of these Ghost Rider Kenner action figures. These should be pretty good too. Look at that, brand new in the box. And these ones I think were right around, if I remember correctly, about $30 for these Masters of the Universe. And this was right there about I think for 25 or so. So pretty good stuff here. And let's see what else we got. Halloween. My mom was actually here the other day, and actually I ordered one of these pops because one of them was taken out. But she wanted one of these. She wanted these pops here for my nephew and niece, and kind of just miniature pops. And I was going to separate them all out and sell them individually because that appears to be the way to go. As you can see, they were $5.99 a box there. So my mom took one box. There was one missing, so I got to give her one. But I'm going to look these up, and each individual one, you know, goes for about $5. Some of them are going for $8, $10, depending upon the figure. I'm going to look each up, and I'm going to sell these out all individually. So that'll be pretty cool. And it'll be quite a few listings here. We got, I won't take it one to my mom. It'll be like 6 listings out of these 2 things. So pretty good. You know, got get my listing goal up. But not big money, but it's overall, it'll be a good deal on the whole package. And then we got these Plant vs. Zombie heads. We got 2 of these heads. Where's the other one? Are they both the same? Yeah, they're both the same here. So 2 of these guys will be pretty good. I gotta get these up because Halloween is on its way. I'm gonna put these over here. Okay, I told you I got 3 of those Ghost Rider figures, so that wasn't bad at all. So Ghost Rider right there. Okay, so we got 3 of those. Those should be like 25 bucks a pop. So we're looking at 75. Boom, boom. And then, oh, I picked these up. These should be pretty good. These are the holders from Bath and Body Works. So, not the holders. These go over the soap dispensers. You know, they have like the, you know, the off shape. I forget what the shape is called. I remember it from I don't remember it from geometry. Parallelogram, I believe. I'll have to look it up. But the weird shape to it, and this just kind of decorative metal that you would put over it. It's not really necessarily gonna hold it in place at all, but kind of adds a little decorative feel to it. So we got 2 of those for $2, and these probably will be about $10 to $15 each. And if we lock them together, which probably what I'm going to do is put them together in a lot. So pretty good deal overall if I put them together. I don't recall if we were going to resell this or if we were keeping this. I'm not sure, but this is from Disneyland. This is from Disneyland, and this is Jack Skellington, little plush, very soft, and yeah, it's like a baby toy, kind of soft. So Jack Skellington, it is Halloween, and then on the theme of Nightmare Before Christmas, we got this the Jack Skellington tie, and this we paid $2.19 for. And what else we got? We got the Care Bears. Okay, so the Care Bears and the other guys, you know, these were going to be clearanced out. They've been sitting in the store for a while, from what I was told, and so we got a better deal on the whole lot. If I cleared out the as much as I could, you know, I didn't want to take any slow selling and stuff, but you know, if I could buy. If I go into a Goodwill or at the flea market, if I can buy, I try to buy as much as I can. Yes, I do put limits there. You know, I do. You know, we all have a budget. Can't just go willy-nilly buying all kinds of stuff. But when I see brand new toys like this, I mean, this stuff sells, and if you price it right, it'll sell good. It's just that I can't pay the $14 it's listed on the thing because then I wouldn't make much profit after. It's kind of big too, so it's going to require a bit of a larger box. So because they were going to be moved out, cleared out of that area, maybe go over to, you know, the Goodwill bins or something. They will, at the Goodwill, they will pull items out of the glass and do like a markdown sale on them, or I've seen them take them out of the glass and just put them out on the shelves to see if that gets traction. So at this Goodwill, they'll usually they will mark them down, and you know, they'll just to clear them out. They'll mark them all down. They'll have them out on the floor, and you know, you just hopefully, you know, it's a good deal to make profit, and this is going to be a good deal to make profit. So we got a bunch of stuff. So, but if you can buy a lot, it definitely helps, especially at the flea market. If you can buy a lot of stuff, you're going to get a better deal. And I think that works, no matter where you buy your stuff, right? Even, that's why when people that sell wholesale, they sell in big lots. And the reason is because, you get a better deal as a purchaser of the wholesale lot, but the person that is selling it, I mean, I know some wholesale people, they have warehouses full of stuff, and it doesn't make sense for them to sell one or two things. Like if I was in there and I'd be like, yeah, I could buy them like one, maybe two, that doesn't help the cause. The cause is, it doesn't help the situation, which the situation is they want to clear stuff out so they can put new stuff in. So, and wholesale people, they want to move stuff. Their job is to keep moving stuff. So when someone comes along, they're like, I'll take one or two. And they're like, well, that's not going to help me at all. So you got to pay full price for it. But if you can buy a whole lot, a bunch of stuff, this isn't a wholesale situation. And I don't necessarily buy wholesale. But if I can buy a lot, I will. If it makes sense. And so, we're kind of known for filling out carts and buying a bunch of stuff if we can. At the flea market, I try to buy as much as I can from. One thing I do try to do, and I think I mentioned this in the video a video or two ago. I forgot when I posted that one. I think it would be 2 days, I think, from now. But either way, some vendors, I will seek them out when they're at the flea market, and I'll try to spend there first because I have a history with them. I tend to buy a lot of stuff from them. Saves me time as well too. Instead of having to zigzag through the whole flea market buying one thing here, one thing here, one thing here, I'd rather just go to one person and buy as much as I can, and then get out and move on to the next. And so that's why I talked about in the other video about finding a sort of a groove, or finding your path through thrift stores or flea markets, so that way you can quickly get your stuff and get out and move on to the next one, or move on to doing shipping, or move on to doing a listing, or whatever else you have. You have a family, you have kids, you have you definitely want to spend time with your family. That's the whole reason why we're one thing why we're reselling. We're doing. Reselling gives us it gives me at least the freedom to be able to pick up my kids from school, be able to take them to their activities and stuff like that, and still make money. So, well, how did we go from buying big lots into all that? But if you can buy big lots, it makes it, the overall cost of each individual item goes down. So, if you can do it, do it. If you can't do it, you can't do it. It doesn't. You might not be there yet in your journey, or you might not. That might not be your business model. So that's what we do. We try to buy as much as we can, and we do have a history of buying a lot of stuff. So people recognize that, and they'll be like, hey, they'll offer us deals, but you gotta buy a lot. So we got those two. I already showed you those two things. All right, enough of that talk. That we gotta save that for our topic of the day at the end. Well, that's not the topic of the day, but just a little bit of advice while I'm showing you a little more close up of what we got here. So I already sold the other stuff. Some stuff obviously we keep for ourselves. That's in the description of our eBay store. Is that a lot of the stuff we source is stuff we would keep ourselves, and let me tell you, we keep a lot of stuff. So, yeah, we got a lot of stuff. Okay, that's the other cool thing, which I've had my eye on for a while. Oh, wait. What was this? Oh, it's right. I bought this BB-8. Actually, this one, I don't think it was a great, it was a good deal. I don't think it goes for that much. I was just kind of, here it is. The BB-8. It still has the original box and everything. This is I believe it's Sphero. Yeah, Sphero is the company on it, and you operate it with I have one of these, actually. And it's really cool. I remember when it first came out, it was just such a cool little device. And the fact that it had the little head on it just added to the appeal of the device. It's all complete in there, so great little find. Just a lot of, this run at the Goodwill was just a lot of pop culture stuff. There feels like there's something else in here. Oh yeah, there is. Just a lot of like pop culture. Yeah, you got the Masters of the Universe. A lot of stuff with the original box. Look at that right there. Boom, Marvel Legends. I didn't think this would be worth that much, but it is actually. It goes for like $80. So I'm a Marvel fan. I was never really like a Guardians of the Galaxy fan. So I mean, I'm definitely gonna sell it. It's not gonna sell. I'm gonna keep. But I'll tell you what. If I had found any Legos in there or any brand new Legos, I would have kept those for sure. Because I'm addicted to Legos. As a matter of, did I feature this in a video? I still need to put that. Where did I put it? I just moved it right now. Forgot where it was, but it was a Golden Gate Bridge Lego set, which I think I'm gonna keep now. Originally, I was gonna sell it, but I'm gonna keep it. Okay, we got the helmet. That should be like $70 to $80 for the helmet. And I'll tell you what, it's gonna be. It's a pretty big box. It's gonna. I think this. Let me see. It's gonna be 12 by 10. So when I'm doing my shipping, as a matter of fact, you know what? That's gonna be the topic for today. Shipping. I have a whole shipping channel. It's linked down below. I do 10 items every day. I try to post a video on there every day. And I'll show you how to ship them, how to, one of the things that I do is I try to buy items according to the boxes that I have. This is this one definitely will not fit any of the boxes that I currently have in stock, but I can always build a box around it or something, or stack 2 boxes together for this, because it is a weird shape. So it's 14 by just about 10 and 11. Ugh. So the boxes, I do have a 14 by 10 by 6 or 8, I believe. I think it's 6. Size box that I keep that, and so all the boxes that I have, I've purchased them basically for, you know what? We're doing the talking point or the topic right now, just because I'm standing up, I'm not, I almost fell, but I've been doing this, upstairs, so we'll just do it right now down here since I'm standing up and I got all the stuff and I'm talking about shipping, so we'll put this over here. Let me grab a couple of shipping supplies just in case you guys don't watch my shipping channel. I don't, it's not that one. I just posted up just for people to see how I package stuff. So hold on one second. Okay, I think that's everything. Oh wait, the Mario lamp right down here. So this is a Super Mario lamp. Oh, and the phone. Super Mario lamp. I didn't even comp this out really yet. But it's Super Mario. It's brand new. It might... I don't know if it was kind of like Wongo or a little bit weird there. Or maybe that's just the design. I don't think it's bend because it's plastic. I mean, plastic does bend, but... you wouldn't be able to bend it back, I don't think. But it's $5.99. I figure it'll be at least $20, $25. So, but again, this is a weird shape. What do we got on that? Okay, get yourself a ruler. Make sure you have a ruler. In your shipping supplies. Oh, that'll fit in a 12 by 10 by 10. Alright, okay. I do calculated shipping on all my items. Oh, the phone. I forgot. I'm a little scatterbrained right now while I'm doing this video. Check out this vintage phone. Let me take it out. Let me know if you guys... Look at that. I have a Nokia one too floating around somewhere, but check that out, man. This is a Nokia. I have another Nokia. It's a flip phone. Pretty cool, huh? So cool device. This cool vintage tech. I do like the cool vintage tech. I put that over here for right now. Make sure nothing falls. All right. So shipping supplies or shipping in general. I do calculate shipping for almost everything. Some items, they go in a priority padded envelope. I do have some flat rate boxes. Rarely do I use those though. This is the one I primarily use right here. free from USPS.com. You can order it on their website. You just have to create an account, and you can order as many priority boxes and stuff as you can. You can even pay for other shipping stuff that they offer. But these are free. What do I use these for? I use these primarily for anything that's over a pound and can survive a trip in one of these. So definitely not putting glass in here. I just recently put a couple of little bird salt shakers, and I just patted them up pretty good with bubble wrap, and I threw them inside one of these. So definitely a great little tool, a great package to have on hand, because it also works for sweaters, because a lot of sweaters are over a pound. Pants, jeans, if they're over a pound, you can squeeze them into one of these. I've seen people use, I have some of these too. I've seen people use these flat rate envelopes to stuff clothes in. Personally, I've never done it, but it could be done, I guess. It could be done. I've seen it done, so it could be done. I don't know. I have a buttload of these, or a bunch of these. So I use a lot of these. Also, too, what I'll do is I'll put some. Now, books can go medium mail. However, a lot of comics cannot, especially graphic comics cannot. So what I'll do is I'll put them in one of these. I'll usually reinforce them with some cardboard around them. I'll wrap them once. Like I have the Dungeons and Dragons books. I still have just a few left. So what I'll do is I'll wrap them usually in some cardboard. That's why I have these here. That's why I have these envelopes, because this is what I'll put the book in. I'll put it in one of these. I'll put some cardboard on each side and then stuff it inside this and send it off. That way, shipping is just a little bit cheaper for the buyer. It's not crazy, because Ground Advantage, if it's a pound, between 1 to 2 pounds, it's going to be like $9.88 for the shipping. Ground Advantage. This you'll save a little over $1, so it'll be like $1.50 or so savings if you use one of these. And will it get there quicker or not? I don't know. Some of the Ground Advantage have been getting there pretty quick, so I don't know if this really helps, but it's good to have on hand. That way, it offers a little bit cheaper on the shipping. What else? Okay, then the boxes. All right, for mugs. For mugs like these mugs over here. Ooh, that's gonna fall. Okay, let's just get this candle. Pretend that's a mug. That's a mug. It's a candle. But I'll probably use one of these boxes anyway. So get yourself these 6x6x6. How many was that? 3. Only 3 of them. Right here. Boom. One of these boxes fits a lot of mug sizes. There are some oversized mugs this might not work for. So I also keep 8x8x8 in stock just in case. And those 8x8x8 have come in handy, especially if I'm doing something kind of long. I can stack 2 of them together, and that will work well. But these ones right here, perfect for mugs, small glass accessories. Yeah, pretty much anything breakable that's small can go inside one of these. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else I would use this for, but I can't think right now what else I would or have used it for. I primarily use this for mugs and cups. So, boom. Of course, you still need to wrap your items. You get bubble wrap, packaging paper. I highly recommend packaging paper, I use a combination of bubble wrap and packaging paper. So, and it all depends on. A lot of it depends on, of course, is the item breakable, or where the item is going to. If it's just going, around my state, I'll be a little lighter on the packaging. But if it's going to travel a few states, I'm definitely going to pack it in really well. If it's going international, I'm going to make sure that thing is going to get there safe. Now, if it is going international, you should be using eBay's international shipping program. I highly recommend it. I have done shipping to Canada outside of that, but you open yourself up to some risk. If you go through the international shipping program, the risk to the seller is very low. I mean, they'll cover anything that breaks, anything that happens in shipping, breaks, lost. Once it's hit the international shipping hub in Chicago, all your worries are taken care of. So it's a great service that eBay offers. I highly recommend it. It is costly to the buyer. As far as I know, I mean, I don't know all that about international shipping, but I know that it does cost the buyer a little bit more. But even when I've shipped directly to them, it's still an incredible cost. So if they're willing to pay it, they're willing to pay it. So, but use it, the eBay International shipping program. It's great, amazing. You know, like I can't tell you how the ease and the ease and the peace of mind that it brings when I have to ship internationally. Okay, and then the other box I use a lot of is 9x7x5. This is started out as just a hat box, but it's very versatile and fits a lot of the items that I purchase. As you can see, it's a little bit shorter than the 6 one. No, it's not. Yeah, it is, because it's only 5 inches in height. So hats. Hats fit perfectly in this one. Small bowls. Some toys. Some box toys fit in these. A lot of my Star Wars ones. This one is probably just a little bit too big for that one. But a great versatile box that I always keep in stock along with the 6x6x6. Even though the 6x6x6 I don't use that much. If I'm shipping a mug, yes, but I don't ship out mugs. Don't ship out that often. So, but it comes in handy to have them when you need them. But these ones right here, I go through a lot. So, and you guys are seeing all the items I'm picking up. So all the items I'm picking up, I have like the size of these boxes in the back of my mind. And if there's like a great deal out there, a great profit, yeah, I'd be willing to try to find other boxes, or I always save my Amazon boxes, or I'd be willing to build a box if the profit's there. But this is a great size to have on hand, very versatile, and I go through a lot of these. Another box that I do go through a lot of as well is 12x8x6. Great box to have on hand for some of the items I pick up. As you can see, a lot longer there. Fits a lot more. This will definitely fit in this one here. So, yeah. Definitely fit in there. So, these ones here are a little bit bigger. These ones I might actually... I'll show you actually what I do with a lot of figures. Because so, I have had items get completely crushed in boxes. And I buy some pretty good boxes from Uline here. So I have experienced boxes that are crushed. And based on just, you know, stuff I ship out, sometimes I ship items out inside these little boxes. I've shipped items out that are really heavy. We're talking like 8 to 9 pounds inside one of these little boxes. I really don't go beyond that. I have shipped out some stuff that's, you know, 12 pounds. I think 14 pounds was the heaviest thing I've ever shipped out. I'm not sure. I forgot what size the box was, but I just recently shipped out something. It was pretty high in weight. It was like 8 pounds. It went inside one of these boxes. So you can only imagine 8-pound box. Let's say if someone's, you know, they're going to deliver it, that 8-pound box gets dropped on something like, you know, a little smaller box with just a figure in there. You know, depending upon the distance that heavier box is falling from, you know, it could potentially crush the box underneath. And then, you know, usually when, you know, they're moving boxes and stuff, boxes stay with boxes, and, you know, envelopes stay with envelopes, you know. So, I'll show you what I do with a lot of action figures right now, with that information in mind. But this is another very common box I use, 12x8x6. Fits a lot of stuff. I put a lot of different items in this thing. Even if someone buys multiple hats, this is great for multiple hats. Like tall, like French press style, or, you know, something. Can I get that out? Like tall mugs. I don't want to shift everything around, but, you know, like taller type of mugs or vases will definitely fit in this, up to 12 inches. So great size to have. I go through a lot of these. And most of these products I get from Uline. I think all these items I got from Uline. It's just a little bit of a better price than Amazon. And it gets here next day no matter what. Okay, another size. I actually switched up my sizes on these little Uline. And the reason why I switched up the size is because I had these smaller ones that are kind of like this size here, probably. And I actually had one package not get scanned by the post office. So I got a late defect, which is kind of annoying. Because it didn't get scanned until it got to its destination post office. So I got a little bit of a bigger package, so it's a little more noticeable. Hopefully it doesn't get... I'm assuming the package was kind of small, probably got ignored. But this is, it's bright white. It's a little bit bigger, so hopefully it doesn't get ignored in shipping. Also, too, this will fit... the tinier ones I find were just a little bit too small for some of the items. I wanted something more versatile, and I wanted to order a lot of it. So I got these ones here, and these have been working out great. And I've been using a lot of these. So a great little bag. What size is this? This is 9 by... I think it's like a 9 by 6 if you look it up on Uline. Yeah. So 9 by 6. 9 by 6 little bubble mailer. Great little bubble mailer. Been using it quite a bit. Another one that I use, I mean, I go through these like like butter, I guess you could say. But just a bubble mailer, manila. Classic. This is a... Go through these all the time, this is 13.5 by 9.5. 13.5 by 9.5 manila bubble mailer. I use these just all the time. If you see my shipping videos, you'll see I use at least, I think today I use 3 or 4 of them. 4 of them out of the 10 orders. A lot of boxes today. Well, most of the 10 orders are boxes. And I had a few other orders that were boxes as well too. So another very versatile bubble mailer is this one right here. Now this is a big boy. This is 19 by 14 and a half. 19 inches by 14 and a half. And this is great because you can fold. Tug on it. It's falling. I'm gonna put this over here. I still have that actually that fell all the way in the back, so I gotta get that out too. Okay, I'm gonna put that back there. Alright. So this is great because you can also fold it to size as well too. And I'm all about buying packaging material that I can either mold to fit the shape of the item that I want. Because I don't want to be buying multiple sizes. You're just going to waste money and have a bunch of sizes laying around, not doing anything. So this is a great one to use. It fits a lot of stuff, especially if it can survive the trip too. Now, action figures, which yeah, this will probably be good for this one. Now, action figures like this, these aren't necessarily like collector's item are going to be collectors. They made a whole bunch of these. There were a bunch of these sitting at Goodwill. But what I would do, I'd wrap it, double wrap it in bubble wrap. This here, some of them I would protect the this part from folding over by either putting some extra packaging material or paper there, or the little packaging pillows. I get a bunch of them from Amazon all the time every time I order something. Sometimes I'll put it here and then wrap it around so that this doesn't get bent. But as long as you double wrap it in bubble wrap, you have a sturdy bubble mailer like this one. I mean, this is pretty heavy duty. And then you pack it in there. It's going to make that trip very safe. And the way I describe it is as a giant pillow. It's just it's not really a giant pillow, but it's a pillow. It's a packaging pillow. And it will... And the theory that I've developed is that it's going to travel with similar style of packages. Now, these typically aren't that stuff that's packaged in this And these manila ones and like these like this typically are not heavy. So the less likelihood of something like this getting crushed in transit as opposed to a small box, which will probably travel with other boxes. Oh yeah, that's right. I sent a bunch of clay. It was a bunch of modeling clay that I had purchased, and I sent it all inside a little box, and that clay was incredibly heavy. I couldn't believe how heavy that clay was. Yeah, I think it was like 14 pounds of clay. I think I have another item that's pretty heavy, but it hasn't sold yet. But it is small. But nonetheless, it was like 14 pounds of clay. And that thing, if that thing would have fallen on something, I'm pretty sure, depending upon the distance it would travel, it would have crushed something. But I figured boxes go with boxes, packages go with packages. As a matter of fact, I should probably ask my friend at the post office if that's my theory is really true or not. But that's what I think. I think if it goes with a package, I mean, if it goes with like an envelope like this, it's probably going to travel with similar items. But I'll tell you what, in all the years I've been doing this, I've had great success putting a lot of action figures in these and them arriving safely. I've had a few instances where boxes I put action figures in there, they just get totally crushed, and I think there was one that was a collector's item, a collectible Star Wars figure, and got crushed. What can I do? Yeah, you know, it happens. Okay, there's that. I was going to show you the 14 by 10, but I thought I had ordered some, and I didn't, so I put an order for those. Let me show you the golf clubs, because I think I mentioned in a video how... Man, some people could do a whole eBay store just on golf clubs. Because at the Goodwills around my area, they price them at around $4, and some of the golf clubs I'm selling are like $30 a golf club. So that's pretty good profit. Even with these boxes, which cost about $2, so $45.5 right there. It's perfect. Even if the golf club is a little bit longer, you can always kind of, what I do is if it's a bit longer, I'll just kind of fold the edges over here and get an extra piece of cardboard and just kind of cover it, and then just tape it all up really good, and then you're good to go. And then the other boxes that I carry that are kind of random is 16 by 14 by 16 by 14 by 6. And the reason why I carry that is because I noticed some older stuff I've bought, more vintage stuff, is just they're just weird sizes. So I've found that a lot fits in those. Or I've had items where I'm like, ugh, man, I don't have a box for this. I really don't like creating boxes if I don't have to. So I just ordered a bunch of them just in case if I need them. And then I do sell a lot of keyboards, and keyboards are really long. And so I have 20 by 12 by 6 style boxes. But those are rare. I don't... yeah, I do sell a lot of keyboards. But lately some of the keyboards I've been selling are like the ones that are... I don't have any. They're like the split ergonomic ones. So I can ship them in smaller packages. And then I've sold a lot of some Mac keyboards recently, which, you know, they're very slim. And so I usually I can get them inside one of these, or I can put two of these together and they ship really well like that. But I haven't shipped any like really long keyboards as of late. So I don't really even have that many in stock. I think I have them usually up over there. So I have 1, 2, 3. I have 4 keyboards in stock because all the other keyboards I decided to keep. One thing I did want to mention about this. So, okay, when you're setting up your shipping in eBay, like I said, I always do... Did I bring one over? Did I not bring one over here? Okay. This is the box that I was looking for, the 12 by 10 by 10. So, and the reason why I have this, I don't use it that often, but I do keep it in stock. It is a handy size. Now, when you're setting up your listings, I always do calculated shipping. Now, a lot of people, and I've been watching Commonwealth Picker, and I know he's moving over to flat rate. A lot of his stuff's going over to flat rate. And from what I've seen, like a lot of people that do flat rate, they tend, if anything's under £1, they'll charge the flat rate. If it's under a pound, I think it's like $6.80, I believe. So, but it could be cheaper depending upon, if I think so if it's 13 to 15, it's $6.80, something like that. If it's 13 to, I think, 9, it goes down to like $5.30. And then from like 8 below, I think it could be like between $4.10 to $3.80, somewhere around there. I forget. I don't remember the exact numbers, but it's right around there. So they generally charge you just a higher rate as the flat rate. And then, but where people will get their deal if you do a flat rate is they'll offer a flat rate on the high. They'll offer a lower flat rate on the higher items, the items with bigger shapes, bigger weights, because those will typically cost a lot more. So they kind of balance out the overall cost of the shipping between the lower weight items, and then by making a little bit on the shipping on the lower weight items, and then paying a little bit more coming out of their own pocket, not from the buyer, and on the shipping side of things with the higher priced items. So I prefer more to round according to weight. So what I do more, I guess you could say like flat weight. So if anything's right around 2 to 3 ounces, I'm automatically 8 ounces for that item. Hats, if anything goes to that 4, 5, depending upon exactly what it is, if it's going to go in a box or a poly mailer, I'm rounding right about 10. When it comes to hats, it's always 10. And then hats generally come out to right around a little over 8 ounces. So 10's a good mark. If anything weighs, if anything that weighs over 5, it's going to be like 7, 8. I'm automatically going to the 15 mark, the 15 ounces. And again, it depends on what the item is exactly, because if it's glass and it weighs like 8 ounces, I'm automatically going to bump that up to 2 pounds. And the reason is because I'm going to need a box, and I'm going to need some pretty good packaging to make sure that things get shipped safe. If it's something lightweight like a hat, I'm going to stick to the 10 ounces. So if it's a gaming if it's like one of these little cameras here, like these little cameras, I actually accidentally turned it on. These little cameras here, these little Polaroids, these are probably going to go 15 ounces. It's probably about, not very much, 7 or 8 ounces, but I'm going to do 15. I'm going to throw in a poly mailer, put some bubble wrap on it, and they'll survive the trip. If that was a glass item, I'm not going to put that in a poly mailer. Well, it might actually depend, because I've done some like just really slim, something like this I've done in a poly mailer, and I just double wrap it, so I turn it into a giant pillow. Like that would survive a trip in a poly mailer. If you, I do like a quadruple wrap on it. I would do a quadruple bubble wrap on it, and that's not going to cost that much in bubble. The cost of the bubble mailer is not that much to wrap this up. So. Okay, then once you get over a pound, it's a lot easier. Once you get over a pound, you have to round to the nearest pound. There's no, if you do 1 pound, 8 ounces, eBay automatically rounded up 2 pounds. There's no, so if an item weighs 1 pound and 1 ounce, it's going to be 2 pounds no matter what. So that's more than enough to cover, the shipping supplies, the boxes and everything else. Well, that's enough to cover it for the label. Will that cover it for how much the cost is? Probably not. Which is why you need to, when you're sourcing items, think about how much that item is going to sell for, how much is it going to cost you to ship. The most expensive box I have here costs about $2.08, and that's the golf ones. Those are $2.08, so I have to take that every time I'm buying golf clubs. I got to add that extra $2.08 to that item So if I'm buying the golf club for $4, technically I'm buying it for like, oh, there's some change involved. So technically it's going to be closer to $7 for that golf club, because I got to put in that box over there. So you need to take that into consideration. You could, and I do with some of the higher weight items, I will add an extra pound. Sometimes it makes a difference, sometimes it doesn't as far as the cost. Especially with the new ground advantage, because there was an item, once it gets to about 3 pounds, generally I'll add an extra pound. So instead of, if the item weighs about 3 pounds, I'll add 2 more pounds to it. It doesn't make that much of a difference in the overall shipping cost. Especially with the ground advantage, it will only... So let's say I have a 3 pound item. I put in 5 pounds for the total weight of the item. Person buys it. They end up paying, I think it's like around $12 and something cents and change. After I box it up, it'll more than likely be around 4 pounds. Once I plug in 4 pounds, it's going to bring the weight down probably about 4. It's going to bring the cost of the overall of the shipping label to about 40 cents less. It's very minimal, but you know, it does help with the shipping cost a little bit, but don't rely on that, because you got to build that cost of that box into the item. In the last video, I know I said, does this all make sense? Am I making sense? Does this make sense to you guys? I know my family tells me I'm not a good teacher. I mean, the answers just appear in my head, you know. I don't know how I get the answers. It just comes to me. So, and I just do it. Well, that's the answer. That's it. Do it. The other thing is, however, I'm trying to be a better teacher, and I hopefully, as I make more videos, I can become a better teacher and help my family, teach my kids homework and stuff, but also help you guys out there in the world of reselling, to wrap your head around all these little tiny complexities of this world of reselling, eBay. By the way, Amazon got sued by the government, so some interesting facts in that case, which I'll have to do in a video. I don't know if I'll do it. No, I definitely won't do it in this video, but that could potentially have some effect on eBay and us resellers on eBay. Okay, but either way, back to the shipping really quick. So 12 by 10 by 10. If you plug this number into eBay, this is kind of like their upper limit as far as the dimensions, and because once you get to, even if you do like 14 by 10 by 10, that still doesn't affect the overall cost. Once you get to 16 by 10 by 10, then it starts to affect the cost of the package, of how much it's going to cost you to send it out. And then the width of the package, once you get to 12, then it starts to affect things as far as the how much it's going to cost you, or it cost the buyer. So if you go 16, 12, now the dimensions start to come into play as far as the cost of shipping that item out. However, you could offset that by the height of the box. Once you get down to, I think it's like 8 or 6 or somewhere around that range, then it'll actually bring the cost down. You got to play with it. It's kind of funny the way it works, because yeah, the weight definitely has a role in the overall cost, but once you start talking about 16 by 12 and 10, then now you got to start worrying about dimensions of things. But then if you drop the height down, the overall height of the item or the box you're shipping it in, which is why I have 16 by 14 by 6, because that 6 height, the height of that box actually drops the cost down to something that's more manageable for the buyer. If I did 16 by 14 by 10, it would be something crazy, probably. Depending on the weight, it might be in excess of $14 to ship something out. But sometimes you know, if it's a hot item and somebody really wants it and they're willing to pay that, they'll pay it. That's why the 20 boxes, I have 20-inch by 12 by 6, because by cutting that height down, it makes the overall shipping cost a little more manageable for the buyer. However, the golf clubs, just because it's like 40 inches, that's the 5x5, 40 5x5 don't save that. Those are still like $14 to $16 to ship out a golf club. But this is like the upper limit of. So when I'm putting in my my shipping stuff, I always put 12 by 10 by 10 as the dimensions, because it doesn't change the overall cost of the item. So make sure you're measuring your items. Make sure you get the appropriate weight, final weight when you're shipping it out. Definitely do your best to estimate. If you can't, if it might take you a while to get used to estimating the weights of things, how much the shipping's going to cost, how much the weight is going to be with the box and the shipping supplies. But don't worry, you'll get used to it. If you have to, you know, prepackage the item just to get used to what the weight is going to look like, and then, you know, by the time you know it, you'll know what sizes you use regularly. These are the sizes I use regularly, and you see the items I pick up. If you guys are picking up similar items like me, maybe you want to pick up these sizes and may have these in stock. Depending on where you live, if you're close to a Uline warehouse, it might be worth it to order Uline or look on Amazon, shop around. Plenty of places to get boxes at. Definitely do not buy your boxes from like a Home Depot or anything like that. Way more expensive. And then your shipping costs just go through. Okay, I had to replace the battery there. But I think I left off at not buying boxes at Home Depot or U-Haul or Staples. It'll get expensive if you start buying your supplies from there. And it'll cost way too much. Buy your supplies online. I'd recommend finding a place online. I get all mine from Uline. I don't know if the shipping costs would be different if I live farther, but I only live 6 hours away from a warehouse. So I price matched it with stuff on Amazon, and price matched it with other places online that were recommended by other resellers. And this one is just a little bit cheaper for me. But you guys are going to have to go investigate that yourself. Make sure you try to get the best deal on your shipping supplies, because, you know, that can eat into your cost. And you definitely want to try to make the most profit you can from each item that you are buying. That's the end of the video. Let me know, like I said earlier, let me know if this all is making sense. Drop comments down below. Let me know if this is all making sense to you guys, if this is helping you guys out. I have my shipping video. It'll be linked down below. There's no talking in that one. It's all silent ASMR style. Just me shipping out my items for the day. Well, not all my items. I just do 10 for the video. And then, because I tend to move a lot faster when I'm filming, I'm not moving that fast because I'm trying to hopefully educate and help you guys in this reselling journey. Otherwise, I appreciate all the new subscribers. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate any thumbs up or any comments or questions. My Instagram is linked down below, so if you want to DM me there with any questions as well too, you can. But I'll catch you guys in the next video.